grocery stores, but I can get good meat. So I have the unami thing.
Yeah, what are those?
These are steaks.
Do you get You don't get American beef, do you?
When we
What?
chatted yesterday.
What?
Do you get American beef?
Yeah. I get Japanese beef, I get American beef, I get Australian beef, I get New
Alright.
Zealand lamb. I get a different cutting board. Beef board. All right,
Yeah.
different knife. That knife was dealt with other things, so we're gonna get a new knife. We took an onion and we sauteed it in butter with salt and a little bit of pepper. And after the onions were translucent, we added mushrooms, sliced. Most any kind of mushroom will do. I used Bella today. And they were allowed to saute until the mushrooms caramelized, which is
What is when
Like
you're
that.
sauteing? What temperature are you putting it on?
Oh, it's like cooked down.
medium high.
Yeah, like seriously
See,
cooked
this
down.
pan was like here.
Yeah.
It all cooks down here. Now, the cool part about this, because it was cooked in butter, and because it's onion, which has all sorts of micronutrients for the human body, it's hot, so be careful. It's going to taste satisfying. And what this does to a steak,
It smells
which is
wonderful.
slightly inferior in quality to prime, is wonderful. It adds that sensation of unagi, which is what I'm always looking for. Okay.
All right, Gale, what'd you get? What happened to yesterday's meat? You bought that this morning?
I had you guys come in today.
Yeah, but you bought the other meat yesterday.
That's different meat. This is okay. I'm serving friends,
Okay.
and it means
Oh my
something to me.
God!
All
You
right.
bought 3 packages of that?
Hush. All right.
Not
So I
your
went to Whole
YouTube
Foods.
channel.
No.
And the reason I went to
I'm
Whole
just the
Foods is
accountant.
I get dry aged meat from Whole Foods. It's not the greatest dry aged meat. That would be some of the New York houses, but it's in Virginia Beach. It's Whole Foods. They have dried.
What does dry aged
aged
mean?
beef.
Yeah,
What
what
does
does
that
that mean?
It's been aged for about 20 some odd days in a cooler.
Okay.
So what it does is it loses some of its moisture, which intensifies the flavor.
But it takes away the gaminess, or does it add to the gaminess?
There's no gaminess in beef.
Okay,
So we're not chefs.
I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means.
Da-da-da.
All right, these are New York strips. On the next video, I'll show you where the meat comes from on the cow, so you know what a strip is. This is a tenderloin.
That part I know, it's
Also known
round.
as filet mignon. It's a different cut. Now, oddly enough, fillets really don't have as much flavor as a New York strip. Not by a long shot, but they're tenderloin.
Is that because of
Think
the
they're
fat?
better. No, it's just a different cut of meat. It's a less exercised part of the body.
Okay.
Okay.
When you do chewier,
No, less exercise would be
Fattier.
It would be more slack. Just
Oh.
like people who aren't exercising are slack.
you hear that, Lonnie?
What is that supposed to mean?
She works out.
No,
You're
no, you don't
human.
want
Am I
it.
the New York strip and you're the tenderloin?
Yeah, that's the point.
This is a ribeye. Now this is dry aged ribeye, which is why it seems kind of small in my hand, because it does shrink.
This look very small.
What about for the dark coloring? What is that? Like
It's
darker,
healthy.
like browner
It's
spots.
just healthy. Well, the browner spots are because of air oxidation from air.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I gotta wash my hands again. And if we're gonna do this for real, I gotta keep a cleaner kitchen.
Here,
Or
let me.
not a cleaner. This kitchen's clean. It's just.
Well,
not
Scott's
neat.
not here to clean it up.
Here, I can start putting things in. Is the dishwasher clean or dirty?
Dishwasher is.
Yeah, this is definitely not a measure everything out beforehand kind of video.
Did you lock them out?
Yeah,
Right?
lock there. Okay, let's talk about steaks and how to cook them in a house if you don't have restaurant quality. Damn, I messed up my manicure. I'll fix that.
That goes on YouTube, okay?
So what I've done is I've prepped my oven. I meant to prep it at 450, so I'm getting ready to pre-prep it. Okay.
By the way, this is key, everyone. I want you to note that there is no smoke detector here. It was
There should-
removed.
As there should not be,
Oh,
and
and
in
don't-
particular in your kitchen.
And don't touch your hair and touch meat. Wash your hands in between. Lots of rules. Okay,
many rules.
so I'm sitting here with 6 different steaks. Actually, 6 steaks, 3 different kinds. I got the filet mignon, I've got the New York strip, and I've got the ribeye. All right, the one that's going to have the most flavor will be a toss-up between the New York strip and the ribeye. The ribeye is going to be tougher. Okay, the New York strip is kind of like the premium because it's the in between for tenderness and for flavor. It's better than the tenderloin. But you can do some. First thing you do is salt them.
Okay. Somehow butter's going to be in this one.
Butter, salt.
Salt is also a very key
Yeah.
player, I see.
Yeah.
Meat loves salt. It's really that simple.
Nothing like a coating of pepper.
Hmm? Another day we'll cook outside, which is a whole different technique.
You know what? Before I get off this video, though, I do want to show how much butter is in that freezer.
Butter, where?
That might be in the next video.
There's a dog bowl under there. Oh, they're there?
In a
no,
minute,
no,
yeah,
it's dirty.
literally.
Just-
What?
Got
there
it.
you
We'll
go.
need to get more butter in a minute. There's only about
There's-
4
yeah,
tablespoons
I'm
left.
headed for butter in just a minute. Well, like I told you, some of the steakhouses, if their meat isn't really up to the par, they'll throw a pat of butter at the very last second. It's to increase that sensation of completeness that your tongue tells your stomach and brain tells your brain. I mean, and stomach tells your brain.
Are we gonna add to the dog bowl or should I give it to my
Add to the dog bowl.
Okay.
What are we adding?
Now, I didn't get enough salt.
I don't know if
Doesn't feel right. I operate by feel, taste, texture. And this one doesn't feel like I have enough salt.
This is in
How do
case
you
your
know that?
cardiologist hates the fact that you're using so much butter. You got to hit it with the salt.
It didn't look right.
Okay.
It looked like it needed more salt, so I added more salt.
Okay.
Okay? And that's a factor of how much you do or don't like salt. I like salted meat, so you guys don't have to get used to it.
Sure.
I can see
Yes,
Lonnie.
ma'am.
Yeah, Lonnie's ready.
I'll eat it.
Okay, so it's pretty good meat I have on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Wash your hands. Come over here and poke the meat.
Oh.
Take your fingertip and poke the meat.
Yeah. This is the. Oh, it's tough in the middle.
No, but look how soft it is. Look at that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't bounce back. There's no
Right.
return texture to it. Look at this. It just stays like that. Okay?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Means it's rare, as in raw.
Oh, okay.
All right, because she wants to know how to know when a steak's done.
Yes,
that's what
that's what I
started
asked
all this.
yesterday.
She asked me how do you tell steak's done. Look where we got to. Damn.
You buy about 20 pounds of it.
But seriously, to tell how a steak is done, you can do it by temperature, and or you can do it by touch.
Or
Most of the time
slice
I
it
do by
open
touch.
every 3 seconds.
Don't do that. Oh my God! Do not do that.
We might have had some pretty charbroiled.
Veal the other
Okay.
day. Well,
All right.
okay.
What I'm trying to show you is raw meat. The rarer, the softer, and there's no resilience to that. There's
And
no
it's kind of
bounce
like
back.
staying there.
Yeah, that imprint stays. Okay, so if you want a rare steak, sear the outside, and if you press it, it does that. You got a rare
It
steak.
moves back, yeah.
It'll, move back in the center.
Speaking of which, Rosemary's Baby is on tonight. And, here they eat raw meat in the movie.
Jordana?
Okay, a lot of people like it
Hush.
really rare. I don't.
Very rare.
But you know, everybody depends on how you like it. I think it's all right. If you wake up and you just want a steak, you know, you wake up, damn, I gotta have a steak. My mother always knew when I was getting my period, because I wake up like, Mom, we're gonna have steak. You know? Your body wants the iron, it wants the vitamin B's, it wants all the micronutrients that are in this piece of meat. Okay, that's why it satisfies. That's why beef satisfies. It meets the needs of your body. Okay, and that's critical to taste and everything else.
Does chocolate have all that too?
Chocolate has micronutrients that do different things for the brain,
Yeah.
which are just as needed.
All right, there we
All right, let's
There you
go.
All right,